In my discipleship sessions with some of the guys that I disciple, sometimes we meet on campus, or sometimes if they're students I meet them for a coffee, maybe in the coffee shop, for an hour, hour and a half and chat. Sometimes we have group discipleship sessions, so sometimes I get all the guys that I disciple around to my house for a whole morning or a whole afternoon, and we'll spend time looking at the Bible, we'll spend a bit of time worshipping, we'll spend some time growing in things like spiritual gifts, maybe pictures and prophecies and spontaneous songs and things like that. I think when I'm meeting them in the cafes, obviously you can't really shout out in tongues too loud or kind of go into song, but we tend just to talk life, and I think that's a really important thing. So I haven't got a list of 20 questions which I'm going to ask the people that I disciple. In fact, I really want to get to know them, because I think relationships, it should form the central piece for what discipleship comes out of. So I think relationships are so important. So I get to know them, get to understand how their mind works, you know, kind of talk life, see what they're passionate about, see where they want to grow, try and help them grow in the areas that they want to grow spiritually. So I think that's kind of what it looks like. So, like, you know, a bit of prayer, a bit of worship, a bit of Bible study, things like that, sometimes in a public place, sometimes in my home. So I don't think that you need to pass lots of spiritual tests to be a discipler. I think if you've got a real love for God, and if you've got a real love for people, then I think you'll really want to help people in their walk with God, just as you're hopefully spending time with God, investing in your life and your journey with God as well. So I think having a passion for God, having a passion for people, that's what's essential when it comes to discipling other people. I'm always talking to the people that I disciple about, you know, who is God putting on your heart to reach, who can you have conversations with. And in fact, one guy who I disciple was basically in a Christian bubble, didn't really have any friends who weren't Christians, and we kept on praying about this, and we just said, God, would you give this student lots of people in his life that don't know Jesus that he can become friends with. And the week afterwards, when we'd been really praying, really going at it, he had a phone call from this guy from the same university as him saying, hey, do you want to come and be in our band? Do you want to come and play bass in our band with us? And there were a bunch of people who didn't know Jesus, and so the student who I discipled said, yes, I want to be part of that, and he's formed really good friendships, and he's been able to talk about his faith, been able to share his life with these other guys. So, you know, prayer works, and keeping mission at the heart of kind of discipleship, although they might seem like, you know, they contrast, actually they go together really well.